Hello, everybody, and welcome to the next exciting adventure here on the SitRep podcast. Somebody has joined us today.
Where am I? What is going on?
Woo!
Hey.
Yay.
So, just so everybody knows, happy Mother's Day weekend here in the US of A.
Yes.
Yep.
And what a better time to ask the question, how do we get women and others to try historicals? Because if you haven't noticed, it's a bunch of old white guys. So, mostly.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. So, we address this about once a year-ish or so. So it's kind of like a traditional Mother's Day event. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the news. And there's some very shocking news that, unfortunately, Marty has to discuss. And I have show and tell. And then, of course, we'll do the traditional what's going on in the hobby world. And all you out there that are going to be joining us, welcome to the show as we get ready to celebrate Mother's Day weekend in 3, 2.
Big Duke 6 Eagle Thrust. Put on Sidewar off. Sing it loud. Into the Romeo Foxtrot. Shall we dance?
You are listening to the SitRep podcast, your source for everything related to historical wargaming. Whether you are looking for the latest wargaming news, reviews, painting tutorials, or playthroughs, you will hear about it right here. So grab your favorite beverage or brush and let's hit it.
Okay, we are back. And here in SitRep Studios is the Dawn.
Woo.
So-
Morning.
The
Right.
commander behind the commander.
Yeah, right? So for
That's
any
right.
of you who are not familiar, Dawn has been in the gaming world for, it's been almost 10 years that we've been doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you say it, semi-professionally?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ish.
ish.
A lot.
Mhm.
It's more than a hobby for us. We have traveled to Europe and other countries to cover gaming, but obviously here in the US, as part of Beast of War on Tabletop. And Dawn is going to be one of the new hosts. If I can get my act together and find the right page,
Yeah, do that.
right?
Mhm.
For SitRep Podcasts, Other Realms.
Yes. Can't wait.
Good to
So-
come in.
Yeah.
Well, we
So-
actually want to look. We're looking forward to working with real talent. So
Oh, I'm happy to bring it, guys. I'm
Yeah.
here for it.
Yeah.
Let's see how this is going to go today. I have
I'll
two
warn
words
you
for
now,
each
I'm
of you.
fully caffeinated, so game on.
Look out. Look out.
So yeah, you'll start seeing a regular podcast, separate of this podcast, about the Other Realms. So the Other Realms is our other channel that we are working on. There's the title page for it. I thought I did a rather good job myself.
Yes, you did.
Thank
You
you.
did.
Love it.
So that will cover everything non-historical related.
Which is where Dawn lives.
So yeah. So good morning to everybody, or good afternoon, depending on where you're watching us from. So, as tradition on the podcast, Chris, what have you been up to in the world of hobby?
well,
And-
been packing and also been building a little model.
Yeah.
As we can see, we've got the startings of a nice trebuchet.
That's cool.
hmm
So that'll be for the other channel.
Love it.
Because I'm pretty sure you don't have anything that scale historical in mind.
Yeah, maybe not.
Are we going to see that? Maybe some LOTR? Maybe.
Possibly,
That could be cool.
which is historical, by the way. But we'll leave that alone.
Yeah.
It's all in the way you frame it, right?
Say, hey,
Hey,
To-
we
Tolkien
talked,
wrote 6,000 years of history. It counts.
There, that's fair. That is fair.
and we talked to a professor of military history.
Mm-hmm.
He says it's historical.
Yeah, he says it counts, so we're taking it.
Well, if
Yep.
he says it counts, right?
Yep.
All right. Anything
He's,
else? Chris?
he's actually a Tolkien scholar too.
Nice.
Yes.
Anything else there?
No, just packing and getting ready for the move.
The move.
Dun dun dun.
Hopefully, this is your last one for a while.
Yeah, Hopefully.
Don't be
So so
tame your
excited.
enthusiasm.
All right, Martin.
Well, I have been working on the Not a Burger MDF model from Blacksite Studios that I picked up at Adepticon.
Mhm.
I have it all assembled. It is all base coated with the blocked in main colors. So yeah, now it's details. Getting the interior painted. I don't have all the furniture painted up yet, but I hope to have that done shortly. Additionally, at Little Wars, we picked up, Chris bought a starter set of In Country,
Mhm.
and of course, I have that to paint. So
I was just
I
going to ask, do you actually have possession of it, or is Chris actually?
I have it. Yeah. So so those guys are. I've got 20, 22, 25 models somewhere in that ballpark. I've got the starter Western guys, the starter and Eastern guys, and then a couple of bonus female models and
Yeah, like 5 blister packs.
a dog. Got a dog going over here. I'm looking at it. I'm trying to see what all I got. Yeah, I didn't even touch the blister packs. The blister packs are all the African dudes.
Mhm.
But I've got them primed and zenithal, and gonna slowly start getting those guys done as well. And then I'm teaching a workshop at the end of the month for at Critical Grind,
Mhm.
monthly terrain meetup there, if you will. And we're gonna go over basing and such. So I've been prepping for that. I've got straight out of the train tutor Mel Bose's pocket CD bases. And then I've got a bunch of 25 millimeter bases that are prepped, so that way we can skip that step. And I've only got 4 hours to work.
Gotcha.
Certainly, there's drying time associated with everything, even on the little bases.
Right.
So I've prepped a whole boatload of those and just finished up the 25 mil bases last night, and we'll have those ready to go. And yeah, see how
Awesome.
that goes. And other than that, my hobby operations center here is an utter train wreck. I do need to clean it up. There's stuff everywhere.
Yeah, that's usually what happens in hobby rooms.
It's a well used space. You can tell.
Do you think maybe it's the residual feelings left over from when your daughter lived there?
No. I'm pretty sure my daughter got it from me. So
Oh, okay.
she came by that honestly.
Dawn,
Poor
Yes.
kid.
what have you been up to in the world of hobby?
So it depends on what we want to call hobby at this point. However,
Mm.
weirdly enough,
Weirdly enough.
yeah, weirdly enough, couple things. So number one, last time when our grandson Joe was here with us, we played my Walking Dead game,
Mhm.
which I forgot how much I absolutely love, and I had the handful of models that I painted on one of our hobby nights. And I thought, I really want to paint more of these. So I literally
What?
said that.
Wait.
I know, right?
Out loud?
I did. So then we took it a step further and we went to one of our local game stores and we got an Army Painter speed paint set.
Yep.
Now I haven't opened it yet, but I get partial credit because we did go get it. And so that's one of the things up on my hobby list of things to start working on. But we also decided that we want to get back into playing Malifaux, which I realize is not historical, and this sits more on our Other Realms channel. So there will be
Weird.
more content coming out about that because we both bought Cruise
Yeah.
and Fate decks and the stuff that we need to go along with that right now. And so that is going to be big project number 2 that we're going to start working on because that's a skirmish level and that'll be cool to be able to play. So yeah.
Oddly enough,
Oh, yeah.
There you go. There you go.
I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for because I've not been playing Malifaux and didn't have any grand plans on doing it. But I'm like, that's a cool model.
Well, guess what? Guess who's going to get you into it, Marty? Look out. I'll just apologize to Donna now.
So I've got I don't know, maybe a half dozen just random models,
Mhm.
like Adepticon swag, that type of stuff.
Mhm.
So I don't know if they go together because I don't know the rules, but I got some dudes.
Cool. Very cool. Bill, what have you been doing for a hobby?
Not a damn thing.
That's not true. You've been putting all of this together
Yeah,
so that we
well-
could do this.
Well, we're working on rebuilding a studio because now we're in multiple states, whereas before we were all within commuting distance in Illinois. So Chris has all the old equipment, the Black Magic stuff.
Because I'm old.
You are. I don't know if he's ever actually used any of it, but he has it all. And I have been doing some work. I don't know if you can tell in the background, but there's some lighting going on here, some blue tinted lighting. We have some new LED lights and we have some new studio lights that are off camera. We have a green screen over here that's kind of blocking the sun on this window because this would look much nicer at night when we don't have a lot of ambient light. As you can see on the game table, which is a big 5-foot round, what do you call it? A banquet table?
Mhm.
Banquet table. We got a special liner for playing games on. And then, the mics. And then we also picked up this doohickey, which is an all-in-one switcher streaming device that you can take on the road. You can put a SIM card in it, and it can have cellular on it if you needed it to, or just hook into, Ethernet or Wi-Fi or whatever. Not so that literally would take the place, and it allows for remoting. So, funny thing is, guys, you know how we were debating on how to do the streaming and stuff for Little Wars,
Right.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, we'll go right there.
But let's not be redundant. Yes.
Yes. So, what are you guys doing right now?
Talking to you.
Sitting in a chair.
But you're remote in, right?
Mhm.
We could have done this for you guys to live stream from the show where you remote in and I controlled everything from here. Instead of having to upload videos and all that, we could have just done it like we're doing it right now.
Oh, cool.
Sorry. But
Wah, wah, wah.
this device allows us to do that as well. So, but we can be portable.
There's always the next event.
Right. There's always the next event. That's why you look to improve and stuff like that. So I've been working on that. So, show and tell time. Do we want to do show and tell time now, or do we want to wait till after the news? Let's wait till after the news.
Yeah.
So, just little minor hobby fixes and getting the game room studio set up. So, Marty, do I have a thing
Yes.
for you yet for the news? I thought we.
I thought you did.
Let
Didn't
me
you?
go back.
I think so. I demand my proper intro.
Okay, you ready? Oh no, that's the breaking news one.
Well, that
Oh,
would kind of be
crap.
appropriate too, but
Right?
I think. Well, I guess we'll do the breaking news because I don't remember where yours. I have to upload it. So, you ready? All right, here we go with the news.
well, thank you, Bill, for that fine intro. And we do kind of have breaking news. I saw this
Yes.
yesterday. I'm not sure if it was exactly posted yesterday, but I think it was. For those of you that are familiar with Geek Gaming Scenics and Luke Fellows, I saw a couple of social media posts and I thought it was kind of trolling at first or clickbait or something. And then I saw a bunch that weren't.
Mhm.
So Luke released a video and he makes a 10 millimeter Mordheim board. He likes making the little stuff. He's gotten into that. This is probably his third, fourth, fifth board, probably
Yeah.
fourth or fifth board. But he announced that he is leaving Geek Gaming Scenics and will no longer be creating content.
Yeah.
The guy's been, an absolute legend in the train making space of the hobby. Whether you like him or not, he's been a prolific creator, and he's got a lot of good stuff. And people are like, well, he's just doing that to pimp out his product. One, yeah, duh. Yes, I mean, come on, that's what goes along with owning a company that does that.
Mhm.
So I mean, it's not like he was totally just trying to sell his own stuff the whole time. I mean, he used his own products. That would not make sense to do otherwise. But I've learned a lot from his content over the years, particularly back in the day when he was Luke's APS,
Yeah.
before he was with, you know, he was trying to figure it out just like the rest of us. He's going to, he's in the UK, so he's going to the pound shop and he's like, what can I use? What's going to work? That the same thing that particularly every new hobbyist struggles with. And how do I get into this? How can I get these things done? And then how do I use these materials that maybe weren't exactly designed for this? But the video, you can tell he's not super upbeat in this video.
No.
Mm-mm.
You know, I'm gonna miss him, Luke. We wish you all the best, of course, and we hope that maybe someday in the future you decide to return to that. But the best for you, your health, and your family. And Geek Gaming Stinks is not shutting down. The company's still going.
Mhm.
So you can, if you are a person that buys supplies from there, by all means, it's still going to be around. Don't worry, you can still get your fast drying basing glue and your scatter and all the other crap that they sell. Don't I mean, crap generically. It's not bad product. It's all good product actually. But anything else that you want will still be there. But Luke won't be.
Right.
So sad news, I think.
Mhm.
I understand that he could he has worked very hard and has been prolific, which can that could be a burnout thing.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
you know it needs to step away for a while. Totally understand it. But yeah, we're gonna miss you, Luke.
Yeah. It's a shocker. I mean, you're seeing a lot of non-positive movement in the gaming industry, whether it's content creators. There was another announcement, another gaming company closed this week. If you're subscribed to GameFound or some of these other, money raising platforms, you're seeing messages almost weekly of some company unable to meet their commitment or they're closing doors. So,
Yeah.
one of the big one is Mythic Games right now. Boy, I'll
Mhm.
tell you what,
Mm-hmm.
they have a lot of very unhappy people, which is sad because we know them.
Mm-hmm.
The gentleman behind it, he's a wonderful guy.
Yeah.
So I think they got that first initial taste of success in a big Kickstarter game, Mythic,
Mhm.
Mythic Battles,
Mm-hmm.
and they just kept producing bigger and bigger. It's one of those things where you produce a campaign and it's like, how do I top it the next time? How do I top it after that? And you just keep adding stuff and adding stuff, and then the pandemic hit, and stuff like. They're
Yeah.
saying, well, it's caused the pandemic, prices have gone up. They're talking about the Ukrainian war, and I'm like, okay, we got to stop using the Ukrainian war as an excuse, So,
Well, unless you're in Ukraine.
well,
Well, I was gonna say, unless your designer and or production facility was there, then
actually, studios in the Ukraine,
Mm-hmm.
video game wise and miniature wise. So, I mean, I can understand from that standpoint, but yeah. So it's looking like it's going to be a rough ride for the gaming industry because as the economies weaken and inflation rises, you're not going to see a lot of discretionary income to invest in things like this. So
yeah,
that's
'cause, I mean,
sad.
the hobby is a luxury.
It is. It really
Let's
is.
be real.
Yeah.
If nothing else, Warhammer not only proves it, but they market themselves as such.
Yeah.
It's true.
So, all right, Marty, let's go to your next one.
All right, so don't let it be said that I don't go into different eras, because different era, little different genre, if you will. Moving on, Great for Now's Test of Honor,
Mm-hmm.
Takata's Court.
Yeah.
So it is up for pre-order right now. It's not currently available. Next month in June, they are expecting to ship but 35 pounds, whatever that translates into your wait, what?
What?
I'm being
Who
invaded.
brought Yoda? What?
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's not a message from the dark side. It's from Gray Matter Games or Gray Now for Gray for Now
Gray
Games.
for Now
Sorry,
Games,
Gray
yeah.
Matter Games is a whole different company. that would be board gaming. Sorry, And I said I was fully caffeinated. I am embarrassed, truly. All right, but the Takata clan, they have General Takata Shingen. They are supported by a wise tutor, a court falconer, and a clan champion. So they've got a bunch of different dudes that are available in there.
Mhm.
All the cards and bases and all the pieces, parts that go with that. So if you are into Test of Honor or any other feudal Japan game, there's some excellent looking models.
Yeah.
I would check them out.
Awesome.
Hey, Bill,
All
you
right.
played that?
Test of Honor. Well, a funny story. I actually backed the original version when it was offered by Warlord Games. Bought the whole all-in bundle, like Warlord offers when they bring out a new game.
My goodness.
Did I play it? No. Did I have it? All of it in the box. Yeah.
And then Gaz has played Test of Honor, yeah?
I think so.
I know that
It's
he painted up
the models were really good looking. It was. I mean, it's a great game. I've seen it demoed and stuff, and I really loved it. I mean, that's why I bought it and I like feudal Japan. So
You're always very drawn to those.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
one of those things. You see, and it's like, oh, I gotta have that shiny syndrome is what we call it.
Well, a
know,
lot of
and then-
detail, a lot of colors with like the samurais and
Right.
whatnot.
Mhm.
But then as soon as you get it, something else comes out, and you're like, oh, I gotta have that. So I'm trying really, really hard to stick to the new rule of one thing at a time. She ain't helping. She's like, let's get into Malifaux. Okay. And I have literally not even taken one mini off the sprue yet of Osgiliath. Is it Osgiliath? The new set. So my god, there was some amazing terrain I saw the other day. Anyway, so Test of Honor, great game. If you love feudal Japan or you just like the colors, and you want to break up from traditional military, it's a pretty good game.
Yeah, there's some excellent looking models.
Yeah.
For sure.
Most definitely.
Moving on. Speaking of Warlord Games, so our friends over at Warlord got a boatload of stuff on pre-order right now. There's new kits for Blood Red Skies. There's weapon teams from every faction they've ever made, I think, because there's like 6 new weapons teams. There's a Sherman tank for bolt action. There's pike and shot collections.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean the full, like the $200-$300 boxes of stuff. Plus some scenery packs. So there's a bunch of cool stuff there.
Yeah.
Plus, as we covered at Little Wars, they've got a line of pre-painted terrain from Micro Art Studios that they're offering, and that's a pretty cool gig too. Because with that, you just assemble it and you're ready to go. And that line of terrain is in 28 mil. It's designed for bolt action. It's basically a Normandy-ish set of terrain.
Yeah.
But whole bunch of stuff. I mean, Warlord is not slowing down.
No, not at all.
And if you want, you go back to the video the interview we posted with John Russell,
Mhm.
and he gives out a.
I think the code's expired though.
The code expired yesterday.
Oh, I thought he said it was in for 3 weeks. Has it been 3 weeks?
Well, he said a couple of things, and then he threw down the 12th.
Oh.
It's new math.
Yeah, I mean, John
they said there'd
perhaps
be
was
no
not
math.
fully caffeinated when we spoke to him.
Hey, Barty, I just realized we haven't heard from your bestie yet lately. Your number one fan.
Yeah, right?
Have we heard from
Tuffy?
anybody?
Tuffy, where are you
I
at?
I see people on, but nobody's commenting in the chat.
She I've seen her cranking stuff out on the Discord, so still around.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All
Come
right.
at me, bro. All right,
Moving on.
moving on. All right, so, all right. Full disclosure: Chris and I are fanboys of this next product. This is a game that we actually demoed at Little Wars. We interviewed Julian, the owner of Enemy Spotted Studios, and it's in country. So they ran a successful Kickstarter last fall. Now they're releasing a bunch of stuff on pre-order. They're not going back to Kickstarter. Hey, Seaman, they're not going back to Kickstarter.
Shots fired.
If these the little company out of Minnesota can do it, why you? I'll get off my high horse on that. We can talk about it later if we want. But these guys are doing it. It's a veteran-owned, operated company. They're 10% of their proceeds go to veteran initiatives to help prevent veteran suicide. So enough of the feel-good stuff. Chris and I liked the game a lot. The set that we looked at was all metal miniatures. The set that I have here that I'm currently painting, all metal miniatures. Bro, 22, 23, 24 miniatures.
Mm-hmm.
I had like 3 mold lines and 1 piece of flash to clean off of it. Very clean,
Wow.
crispy models. I mean, very detailed. I was super impressed. But this is it's a current era modern game. They are kitted out with current equipment. I mean, down to the eaches. This guy's pointing out the watch, and he dropped the gauntlet. I'm gonna be in try hard mode on this. He's like, don't forget to paint the chem lights, and this guy's got an EOTech, so let's go ahead and make sure that you put a logo on this. Logo on the side of the. No, no, I'm not gonna do it.
You're gonna do it.
So yeah, I got that going for me. But it is a super fast, super killy game. I mean, my first demo game lasted 2 turns.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Because between me and him, I played one little team, he played the other little team, and we did AI Op 4 in the middle. Yeah, turns out we murdered them all in two turns. Probably should have put more Op 4 in there because it went quick. There's very little bookkeeping. This is a beer and pretzels sort of game, if you will. You can play it on a 2x2 board. You can expand your forces. The game will certainly allow you to do it, but you can play it literally on a pub table. So super excited about it. Can't wait to get these dudes painted up, and that we still have that beautiful demo board that you guys gave us when you moved down to Florida. So we're going to use that. I've got my little table that I made out of a picture frame. We can expand the scenario a little bit there.
Mm-hmm.
So looking forward to doing it. But they've got a bunch of stuff on pre-order as well. All of their primarily all their African stuff, but they've also released vehicles. So 28 millimeter stuff, high quality deal. If you join, they call it their pack, which is a subscription service. They've got additional stuff in there. I think it's $6 a month, something like that. But you can also get digital files. The owner of the company, Julian, is the 3D designer for all of their figures and whatnot as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, they're keeping all that stuff in-house and just killing it.
Nice.
Super impressed with the guys.
Very nice.
So I want to talk about the models again real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So he was trying different techniques, different vendors, and he actually tried one vendor with the Silecast.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't detailed enough for him. So he's got a guy who does something not so much in the gaming field, and these models are damn.
Nice.
It's a guy that I think his main business is that he's a CNC shop, but he custom casts parts primarily for old cars and machines. Like if you got a 32 Duesenberg and you can't get a part for it, he'll make it.
Wow.
Well, that's the guy that's making the miniatures for them.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so the detail is better than Siocast, and
Okay.
that's just
Nice.
Yeah, it very very impressive. That's the guy that's doing the metal models, obviously. The STLs,
are still incredible.
yeah, you get that and print it out on your own, but
Yeah.
good looking stuff. Very
Nice.
very impressed with them.
All right. What's next, sir?
All right, so Butler's printed models out of the UK. So if you're in the US, you might not be buying this, but they had a HIMARS missile launcher, and those things are cool. When I was in Afghanistan at Bob Salerno, we had one that would, when the Rangers were in contact and needed to break contact, that thing would roll out and like 20 minutes later, those guys are mopping up, whatever operation they had and coming back home.
Wow.
How did that go again?
It was the sound that was so imposing. Clearly, yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah, that high explosive warhead that didn't have anything to do.
Nah.
But I mean it was a very impressive system. That literally they roll it out, they set it up in like 30 seconds, and like a minute later they're firing. So it's a really cool piece of equipment, and I ran across that. You can get it anything from 6 mil to 28 mil. It is a printed model that they send you. They don't sell STLs. They've also got a boatload of other stuff in there. You have your choice of getting it in standard PLA or high resolution resin. The launcher comes in 3 parts, so that way you can you've got some options on how you want to stage it, pose it, if you will. So
nice.
I encourage you to
Interesting.
check that out.
That's a nice option for everybody overseas.
Did I skip over something? I feel
Not
like I
yet.
missed something. Oh, wait a minute. Did we do GHQ yet?
Nope, that was the last one.
Okay. Hey, let's head over to GHQ models. Something Bill, you were looking at doing tiny troopers in tiny spaces, or whatever you were calling that project. So GHQ just released some nice 6 millimeter modern stuff, and so everything from a U.S. Marine Corps LVT to the CM 23 81 millimeter mortar is basically a 113 with a mortar in it. Except I think South Korea uses that version. You can get a little, as you can see, you get a little MiG-21. They've got some destroyers in there as well if you're doing naval stuff. So pretty good looking models. And if you're playing micro scale, you got to be a fan of GHQ.
There you go. Awesome.
And that concludes what I have brought to the table today for the news. So,
okay.
If there's anything I've missed or needs to be added, feel free to jump in.
Well, I do have a question for Donnie. What's the details on the release for Lord of the Rings, The Magic Gathering?
June. It's coming in June. Cannot wait.
You got your first pallet delivered when?
Right. Yeah. No. But we keep watching all the videos and the price tags associated with things, and this is going to be expensive. Yeah.
What, one of the collector's boxes, what, $400 or
Crazy.
something like that?
Ow.
Yeah.
Well.
We shall see.
Yeah, right. But you find the one card that can pay for your hobbying for the rest of your life.
True that.
It's true, but would you part with it?
Yes.
You're not a fan.
I'm a fan.
Turn his mic off.
I'm a fan. I've never won the game. So even though I had that card.
That's because you suck.
Well, yeah. I understand that. But the fact that, I'm moving, that would, pay for a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is true.
Go get you a $1 scratcher at the gas station. You'll be fine.
You got this, Chris. You got this.
You got as much luck of getting that one card as you do of winning a big thing on the lottery scratch off.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, how about it?
Yeah, every time it goes over $1 billion, I do pay my idiot tax. So
I mean, yeah, I not gonna lie, Powerball hits 500 million, I'll drop $10. I mean,
yeah,
For the what if? For the what
eh,
if?
right.
it's $10 of entertainment value for a few days.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the same thing as playing poker with my friends. I know I'm going to lose that money too. So
Yeah.
It's
but-
entertainment.
It's making your donation to the friendship fund. That's
Yep.
all.
All right, ready for some show and tell / funny stories?
Yeah, what
Okay.
you guys got over there?
All right, so first thing, Citadel Games Workshop used to have a painting handle. It was kind of beefy, and you could put your mini on the base and paint it with the handle. So I
Yeah.
could not find the one that I used to have, so I ordered 2 of the ones I could find. It's this small. It's like this. Marty, you have the painting handle, right? Yeah. Okay. This
But-
is.
Yeah.
Hold
that's
on.
only the handle though.
Wait.
Yeah, the miniature's mine, but
Right. Look at that. It's like,
what the what?
yeah.
What'd they do to it?
I mean, I guess I don't know. I'll have to try it out, but I got a couple of these to do painting with. They're not terribly expensive, but I was expecting the one that Marty is showing.
Game MB, go trade up.
Yeah,
Yep.
you like that better?
Yep.
Game
Absolutely.
MB, yep.
Why so?
Yeah, I bought another one at Adepticon. You
Yeah.
get it off their webpage. I just knew I wanted another. I've got 2 of these. I just knew that I wanted another one, and it was my excuse to go talk to the guys and hand them some cash face to face. So I waited till.
Why do you like that one better, Marty?
All right, so
Hi, Ma.
regular soda bottle cap, right? Whoop. So I just hot glue my dudes onto here, and I can hot glue 100 dudes onto them and just swap
Nice.
them out as I want. It's got the finger rest here, so instead of putting my hand on my model, I put it up there.
Ah,
It's got a good base. It's got a good size base. So it fits your hand well.
And those are independent.
Yep, and you can rotate this around, not rotate the cap, but the actual base itself. The actual base itself rotates around, so you can
Oh.
kind of, get in there to get the angle for your brush to get in there.
Nice.
I'm a fan that the little hook thing comes in a couple different sizes, so you can get a bigger one. Do I have the bigger one?
Yeah, you bought it.
I do. Yeah, there we go. So that's the giant one.
Okay.
So if you've got like a 54 mil miniature, it'll fit in there probably.
Nice.
And you
That's
don't
cool.
need to have the handle on that.
Yeah, you don't even have to buy the handle. I mean, it's a separate $6 piece or something like that.
yeah.
It's also hollow in the center where the cap goes.
Oh.
So if you want to put in some things you want to put on cork.
If you want to use blue tack, that's where I store it.
Nice.
It comes with a piece of blue tack in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is the company again, Marty?
It's called Game Envy,
Okay.
and this is their hobby holder.
All right.
They
Nice.
also make a real nice wet palette.
Yeah, yep. Chris and I both have wet pallets from them as well. Love it.
And I bought the copper inserts for it.
Yep.
Copper inserts for what?
Wet palette.
So
put
so you
in
don't
wet-
get mold.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. And then Game Envy also does a little silicone paint puck that's got a suction cup on it. You can put it to the bottom of your brush water. I put mine on the side because I have a giant mug that I use.
Mhm.
So I put it at the side. And again, it's like $6-8, something like that.
They've got all sorts of nice little tools.
Yeah, I've got a silicone travel paint cup or a paint water cup as
Mhm.
well.
A collapsible.
Nice. Excellent.
Yeah, so check out our friends over at Game Envy if you're looking for any of that stuff. They also started selling brushes. I can't report on that. I've never used them, but
Mhm.
they have them now.
Hey, Don, you can take a look at that, and since you're getting into painting,
right?
Well,
Let's not go crazy.
truth be told, we actually have 3
I-
sets of brushes we have to review, look at. I have 2 different manufacturers of Kolinsky sable brushes, and I have Wolf bristle brushes. So,
So,
Tiger
I'm-
Shadows in the house.
oh, hey. Says live chat's moved. What?
But it says light chat has moved now in comments section. Might not be what?
That's weird.
Might be why no one is chatting. Weird.
Huh. I was not aware of this. Damn YouTube.
Arrgh. Yeah,
All right.
I am. By the way, I'm very interested in the in your review of the wolf bristle brushes.
Yes.
Because I've seen a couple other reviews, and I want to see what you think of them.
All right. Time for a funny story.
This is pretty hilarious.
So,
You guys will
Crap,
love
there I
this.
was.
Yeah.
so you know how Dawn was saying that we went to this local hobby store and we picked up some paints and stuff. You know what? As a matter of fact, I don't think they still have yet to process that refund. I have not seen it show up on the credit card. But anyways, I had to click on comments and found chat. Interesting. So
Oh.
anybody out there watching who's been trying to look for comments, the chat,
Or
it's
that.
under comments now, I guess. Why? I don't know. So please.
YouTube.
Damn you. Anyway, so I was like, okay, we got Dawn the speed painting 2.0 set, basic set.
Mhm.
And she's like, well, I don't know if I want that. I said, Dawn, for the kind of painting you do, the speed paints are probably right where you need to be. You can
Yeah.
put on the coats. It does the highlighting. It does the shadowing. You don't have to get in there and get crazy with stuff. And it looks good. And supposedly the new formula in 2.0 is much better than the original set, which we had. I wasn't like terribly impressed with. It worked well. I don't know. But supposedly the second set. So I said, well, we also need to get some. What else did we get? Oh, matte, and I had to get some primer, right? So we got some primer. It's the Army Painter primer.
Right.
It's got a white top on it, so I'm figuring it's white primer.
It's not.
Oh no!
Ask him what color it is. Ask him what color it is.
Oh, what
Hey, if
color
it's
is it?
not white, what like the cap? What color could it
Pixie
be?
pink.
Pixie pink, ladies and gentlemen. And Bill picked that, not me. I would just like that to be known.
So dumb me
Perfect for
didn't
painting orange,
realize that
yellow.
you have to look at the top of the lid because I'm used to going to a store. The color of the paint is usually the lid color. Oh no, there's a white color disc on top, and it says, and the barcode, if I actually read the thing instead of just grabbing it, says Pixie Pink. So challenge accepted. I will prime my models, especially like the Huey and Pixie Pink, and I'm going to paint that sucker, and we're going to see how it holds up.
Hey, what was that TV show in the 80s or 70s where the submarine had to?
Oh, Operation Petticoat.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
picked up a bunch of nurses and
They
they had to
painted the
repaint.
submarine
Oh
pink.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
no, they didn't have enough white primer and they didn't have enough red primer, so they mixed it together to have enough primer, and then all the gray got shot up. So then they were a pink sub.
Yeah. So
Also, funny story. Tripler Hospital, Army Hospital in Hawaii, is basically a salmon pink because in like 1942, some dude missed the NSN number by like 1
Oh, oops.
and got like whatever it is,
it's
1,000
not.
gallons.
It's coral. Okay.
Whatever it is. But got like 1,000 5-gallon buckets of that paint, and the commander's like, "You're using it," and it's been that color ever since.
So
Pixie
Read
pink
the-
it is.
Pixie Pink it is, and read the damn label.
So you didn't notice that
PSA.
there was no in the whole list of cans. They were all white top.
okay. To be fair, the cans were just kind of shoved on the shelf like this.
And they were low. They were like practically on the floor
Yeah.
level. So you're already not at eye level, really looking at stuff. And yeah.
And like I said, I looked at the lid. I'm like, oh, it's a can of white primer. I mean, who puts pink primer? But so yeah, I got home and I went,
Hey.
son of a.
Hey, speaking of Army Painter though, a little tidbit on them. They have a new CEO.
Yeah,
They
saw
announced,
that.
they announced this week. So, oh God, I'm forgetting everybody's name. See, this is what happens when I don't make it a news item and write it down. So the old CEO is still there. He's going back to be mad scientist, paint creator guy.
Mhm.
And then I think he was the COO before. He was in the C-suite over there before. Has now moved over to be the CEO.
Yeah.
So I mean, everybody's still there. They've just shuffled around some positions.
Yeah. All right. Now for the big show and tell. Big, 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 big. Dun 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 dun. I gotta make sure the box doesn't fall open. I don't know if you can see that.
Nope.
Nope.
It is WoFun Mini Wargaming Miniatures.
Oh,
Comes
you
in
got
this
the
really
Hold on.
fancy box.
Turn it on its side. We can see that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Well,
World of Fun.
and
Yes.
you are mirrored image. So
sorry. Well, that's what you
That's
get.
all right.
that's okay.
Okay.
All right.
So it comes in this really fancy box. You open said fancy box, and it's foam lined.
Nice.
Those are the minis.
Ooh, look at those.
You know what? Let me see if I can change cameras real quick and get to a close-up cam.
If you're going close up, have Don hold it.
There you go.
Very nice.
So, one
Ladies.
minor disappointment item, but until I get it all set up, because remember this is meant for Victoria Cross, the game, right?
Yep.
Right.
There's only 1, 2, 3, 4 sheets of minis. So you literally have one. This one has mostly British troops on it with some Zulus. And then you have one fell. Zulus, and some more British troops and Zulus. So I was like, I don't know if there's enough British guys here. So depending on how it sets up, I may order more, just see if I can order just the guys. But there's a stand of Zulus. Let me see if I can get closer here for you. But that's the stand of Zulus.
Yep.
And they're what, 10 mil, I think? Is what they
Yeah.
said. So, but the fun doesn't stop there.
Because it's a world of fun.
Right.
You get pre-colored stands and markers. So they actually list, I don't know if you can see that, but like Colonel Pauline, who is the commander at Island Wanda when Lord Chelmsford left, that's his stand right there. So there's a mini. So you have pre-colored, pre-labeled stands.
Wow,
have
that's
the-
nice.
Yeah, you have the values in there, and there's the fire. I wonder
Yeah,
what the
what-
fire's for. Maybe the hospital.
I-
So
I'm thinking maybe there was a barbecue.
right? So yeah.
S'mores.
So you
Yeah.
got unit stands right there.
Very nice.
Yeah. So they're all pre-colored, which I'm happy about. And then
Chris is very interested.
I know, right? Yeah.
Is there a barcode on that? What?
it's works
Oh.
for setup, and it's all pre-colored and painted. You don't have to do. All you have to do is put it together.
That's pretty cool. I like to put stuff together.
Chris is
Hey.
tapping away now, probably.
Not with the move coming.
Ah, okay. There you go. Show some restraint. Good job, buddy.
I mean, like I said, it's all pre-colored. It's labeled. You know how you set up on there.
Very nice.
Are the walls going to be put in the right way?
Yeah.
As long as I don't assemble them, yes. Because on
There
that
is-
28 mil model that we did, I'm pretty sure I put one of the walls in backwards.
Here's the melee bags walls.
Oh yeah,
The redoubt,
very nice.
and you actually get some stone walls for the corral, and you get a cannon and a wagon. So
Nice.
yeah.
And you
So-
already have the mat, right, for the board?
I have the game itself, yes.
Yeah.
So
Now-
of course I have the game. That's a silly question.
Yeah. But what about the people who don't have the game? There was a link on
Yes,
Full
you can
fun?
order. Oops, I did that backwards. You could order the game board itself if you wanted to. But yeah, it comes in a really nice presentation box. I don't know, for lack of better words.
Right? Yeah. Fancy.
Mm-hmm.
I
So,
like.
All right, let me switch cameras back. Do 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 do.
That showed up pretty quick too.
Yeah, about a week it took. So I'm gonna.
They're out of the UK, yeah.
No, Virginia Beach.
They're
Oh.
yeah. They're East Coast.
Yeah, well, their distributor here in the U.S. is in Virginia Beach. I believe they have a European distributor
Yes.
as well. So, awesome times to be had in
Yeah.
the land. You know, Dawn.
What?
You know how we said we wanted to go on a special trip, right?
Not that special trip.
There's this beautiful resort in South Africa.
You can keep trying to sell it.
It overlooks the savannah. You can wake up in the morning with elephants walking by.
You know what else overlooks the savannah?
What?
The Animal Kingdom Lodge in Disney.
But they
Well-
don't have York's Drift there.
It's true.
You know what? I see an opportunity to collaborate between you two. Take your work drift game there.
There you go.
You're not helping, Marty.
Thanks, Marty. Marty wins. Yes.
Well, Don, you could also say, well, you know, it's going to cost you because the following year you have to go play Osgiliath down in, you know.
New Zealand?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, but see,
Or,
that's not really a trade-off because he's down with that plan too.
or you have
And then
to
we
play,
have to play Harry Potter in England.
and you
Sure.
got to play Star Wars in a galaxy far, far away.
Right? Do you think Disney will frown upon us setting up a table in the middle of Galaxy's Edge and playing Star Wars Legion or Shatterpoint there or whatever?
Or Dawn, the new Star Wars card collecting game.
Oh, I'm pumped. We just watched the video on that. Again, this year is going to be so damn expensive between Lord of the Rings and Magic, the Star Wars trading card game, and then Lorcana. It's going to be all card games all the time over here.
Yep. So look for all that on our new second channel,
The other
Other
realm.
Realms.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Well, we're 53 minutes into the show and we have yet to address our main topic. We're hitting it hard today.
I'm shocked. we took a detour somewhere along the way.
What?
No.
No.
So, just a public service announcement to anybody in the audience who's been trying to find how to chat with us.
Yeah, Tiger
According
Shadow
to
cracked the
our
code.
secret agent, Tiger Shadow,
And bears, oh my.
Tiger Shadow reports that for some reason the chat section is under comments. So you have to go into the comment section and click on live chat or something like that.
That's really weird.
It's stupid. It used to be right there on the side. So, all right.
Yeah, it used to be the button that said chat.
Right.
I don't know.
Hey, reel
not-
in the common sense. Back it up. Back it up.
I'm not a tech guy. I don't know how these things work.
And if this keeps up, we're going to have to send Scotland Yard to Tuffy Ears' residence to find out if she's okay.
I know. Well-being check. Well-being
Yeah.
check.
Right?
Well, I think Marty moved the chat just so Tough Ears wouldn't give him any more. grief.
Oh no, I embrace that. I love it.
All right.
Let's do this.
Oh,
and
and
now
now
there's
there's
no-
no comment section. What?
Good grief.
So you have your choice between chat or
Hold on a
comment.
minute.
Is that what
You
we're
have your
talking
phone?
about,
I
Tiger
do.
Shadow?
What am I looking for? On YouTube?
Yeah, go to the YouTube, look up our video.
Well, you
All right,
could
what-
be reading that wrong. That could be, and now there's a no comment section.
Oh, that's
Uh,
true as well.
All right. Will you guys look at that? I gotta.
Oh, my guess. The coffee bladder.
Yeah. I gotta go.
Hey, before you go, Marty. Hey, wait.
He gone.
Yeah.
Oh.
At least he doesn't take the mic into the bathroom, so we're not listening to,
that's
Enrico
true.
Palazzo, for anybody that gets that reference. Gosh. Please hold while your party is
Are you not
reached.
bringing up YouTube? Don't you have it on
I-
the app?
since I switched onto this phone, it's on here. I can't find it very easily though.
No,
So
the
this
app.
is. I understand that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sit up. All right, this one. It comes up. It says live chat.
Put something in there, see if it pops in. Oh, there she is. All right.
Okay,
I'm
that's
not sure
weird.
what's-
Hey, Don, welcome to the show.
Thanks. Happy to be here.
Well, while we wait for Marty to empty his Foley bag. What do you think is
Yes.
going to be your first? What do you want to see from the channel, the new channel?
From the new channel?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just excited about having the opportunity to talk about all the stuff that
You like?
I'm very passionate
Yeah.
about. It's very hard to not go off the rails and try to suck that into this conversation here. I'm trying not to hijack your show today. So,
Well, I'll do it.
What are we sucking? What? What did I miss?
We were talking about you.
Yeah,
But,
and apparently I
as-
suck. What?
As part of the hobby, Marty and I were, and Marty's family, we were helping support our local gaming club.
Brewery.
you didn't have to elaborate on that part. You could just take credit for supporting the local game store.
And unfortunately, we had our hats handed to us.
Oh yeah.
Oh, how so?
Yeah. So when playing Zombicide and you only have 4 players, consider not dividing your team up.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
We've never had much luck at Zombicide, have we?
No, I mean, but we haven't exactly. We've always played it with kids,
Mhm.
and so
Joe.
any game that you bring Joe into, he goes,
Jenkins!
yeah, Leroy Jenkins just like runs off and does his thing. So it's like, it goes wrong quickly.
Hey, Robert
Hey.
was in house. You,
Robert,
you didn't talk about his game.
Our good friend Robert, Battle Space, Rusty Dagger, so on and so forth. Yeah. He's Table Salt Gaming.
Yeah.
Good dude. Love his game. We'll definitely be playing some Battle Space too.
We need to get him back on the show.
Yeah, Robert, you hear that?
It's been
You
a
need
while.
to come back.
Hey, how's the Modifius going?
And okay, why you gotta kick him in the balls like that? Because I talked to Modifius at Adepticon, and they're like, "Battle what?" Like,
It's still on the webpage. I looked it up.
yeah,
It says it's coming soon. 2-player starter set.
yeah, and it'd be really nice if they
Actually do it.
went ahead
I'll
and
have
did
to reach
that.
out to Chris, the owner of Modifius, and go, hey, dude, what's going on?
Yeah. Yeah, how about it? But
Right.
so Robert can actually be a guest on both channels because he's got
Yes.
Battle Space, but Rusty Dagger is a fantasy game.
Sweet.
So
Nice.
yeah, check it out.
All right. We are almost an hour into the show, and we've got to talk about our main topic.
All right. Hey, speaking of Modifius, how was
But
I
I
wa-
digress. Yeah.
yeah? Hey, how
And we're
did
not
your,
going to start now, apparently.
Yeah, Star Wars game or Star Trek game turn out.
I haven't played it yet. I haven't even read it yet. I'm
Like
a little
you're
busy.
Yeah.
Look, I run a hospital. By the time I get home, I'm freaking exhausted. And
And he's busy buying WoFun miniatures.
And then you
Right.
cop for a while.
and then I cop for a while.
Yeah.
So I've
Yeah.
been promoted to the FBI now. I'm no longer the sheriff. I'm the FBI.
Hey, while you're there, can you
Ooh.
unfuck that place? Oops, sorry.
We'll
So-
bleep that out in post. It'll be fine.
All right. Transition time, guys.
Oh, okay.
How do we get women?
Sorry, transition. See, that's today's theme. It's all Wayne's World all the time.
Yeah.
Hey, Marty's in Aurora.
Dream Weaver.
Foxy.
All right. Anyway, how do we get women and others to try historicals?
So this is the best part. All of us get to shut up because we're not allowed to have opinion because
Yeah.
Oh, that's not true. That's not true. I mean, step one, you have to have somebody that likes games. First of all, like I don't see you bringing somebody over into the genre that isn't already kind of interested in playing games or kind of have that fundamental understanding of some of it, because to me it can even feel overwhelming, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
And it's not, I mean, we've played tons and tons of games, and so like I know how to play a game, but like just the content, like listening to you guys talk about the news today, for example, I can look at everything that you bring up on the screen and go, yeah, that looks really cool. That's a gun, that's a tank, and that's about as deep as my knowledge of those things get. So it tends to feel heavy and or almost borderline disrespectful that I don't have like a full understanding of what the difference between things are. I feel like it's like I'm not buying into all of whatever game that you want to play. I mean, because I like to play games. I'm more than happy to play games. And I was thinking about this. Probably my first historical war game that I played was a game of Bolt Action
Which you won.
many, many years ago. I did, but I mean, that was your perfect example of dice being on my side for whatever reason that day. It wasn't certainly not because my strategy was amazing, or whatever, but I enjoy it. So I think it's looking for the right kind of game that's going to play quickly,
Mhm.
that isn't going to feel like I equate it to the way you need to pull off a demo game at a convention, right? I don't think you can take something straight up out of the box and go, we're going to play this game. It's going to take 6 hours and it's going to be awesome, and expect that the person's going to love it and have a great experience with it.
Yeah.
So I think you need to be able to show that that it shouldn't feel overwhelming. It should feel fun. You don't have to know what everything is. So I would recommend starting with something that there isn't like a tremendous variant in the type of weapon that somebody has, when it gets into the nitty gritty of like specifics like that, because to me, that's where it kind of goes off the rails
Sure.
for me.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, it totally makes sense. I think a lot of people, especially, forgive me for saying this, older people, have a preconceived opinion of historical games that they're like the big drawn out games of years gone by,
Mhm.
Where it takes forever to set up and then it takes forever to play. So it's like an 8-hour day to play a historical game. Even something like not Bolt Action, Panzer Leader, some of the traditional
Mhm.
hex encounter games takes a long time to set up, because you got to dig through your minis or your chits, find the right counters, set it up, and then, take your turns. So I think what people are looking for today is something that's visually appealing.
Mhm.
It's easy to understand. You don't have to know the nuts and bolts of what this tank is or this weapon is. You just need to know it's this category and it will do this.
Right.
I think that's why Bolt Action is so successful.
Mhm.
It's not the most historically accurate game per se, but to the rivet counters, to the average Joe, it's a perfectly fun World War II game.
But that's what it is. It's a game, not a simulation.
Right.
And
Mhm.
that's where things get super crunchy with historical games. And there's a time and a place for that. But not if you're trying to bring someone in initially, I think.
Right.
Much to your point that you've already made. Keep it simple. Let's not overwhelm people with minutia and BS. Let's push our little dudes around, our tanks, or fly our airplanes, whatever we're doing, and do some stuff instead of all the nug work that goes into some of the really crunchy games.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think actually a good game, I have not played it myself. I don't think we haven't played Blood and Plunder, have we?
Just demo at
demo it.
convention.
Yep.
You can have some colorful miniatures.
Yep.
It's not, while it's still historical war based, because of the because of the Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Everybody likes pirates,
Mhm.
so that's actually a good.
It's
game.
funny that you mentioned that because
Right.
I do feel like there is a method to the madness when you're trying to approach somebody like myself whose brain totally exists in La La Land and the non-historical everything else.
Yeah.
You know, that anything that is pirate related or even saga, like with the Vikings
Yep,
again, and it's terrible that you have to go because like I know Vikings were real and a real historical thing, but it's like in my mind I picture Vikings like the show Vikings, you know, whatever. And so like that's what I equate it with. So then it already has taken a step off of the not historical
Yeah.
ledge and feels a little more approachable, like something I would be willing to play.
Yeah, well, and I think kind of maybe to both your points, the rule of cool. If you have some really cool looking miniatures,
Mhm.
you know, and like Blood and Plunder has not only the miniatures, but they've got their boats. You can get cannons, you know, field cannons, as
Mhm.
well as you know, your port side land based terrain. And you can play that game as a straight up naval game, boat versus boat. You can
Mhm.
play it amphibious, where it's boat to land, or you can just play a land battle. So
Mhm.
there's a lot of options there, and it doesn't have to be a huge battle either. You can start with a small force to kind of get it, you know, how do dudes move, how do they shoot, you know, that type of thing, and then expand on that a little bit. So I think that's probably a pretty good example of a game that you can use to lure them in.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
and didn't Forrest show us? Not only does he have the miniatures game, he has the board game.
Yeah, yeah. If you wanted to get into westerns,
Mhm.
you know, you can do Gunfighter Royale, the
Yep.
With
board
the
game
chitties, right?
with the little chibi giant balloon head dudes. Which,
Yeah.
He's got chibi minis? I
Yeah.
did not know that. Interesting.
It's a board
Ah,
game.
see?
Yeah.
I mean,
Right there.
they're not truly chibi, but they're like I said, balloon head kind of caricature
Yeah.
kind of
Mhm.
dudes. So very much in that style. So yeah, check those out. And that translates right into going over into Gunfighter's Ball, which is the actual 28 millimeter game.
Mhm.
And then he's got a ton of fun characters in there. You know,
Yeah.
so you know,
Yeah, you can go totally Hollywood on that, or you
Yep.
can go
Mhm.
historical based.
You know, it's funny now that you say it, and I guess I never really thought about Western as being historical.
Tuffy Years is there! Yay!
House, yeah.
Sorry, Donnie. Go ahead.
No, that's quite all right.
No.
So,
You've
uh,
been missed, Tuffy. You've been
yeah, yeah.
missed.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do we need to cancel the call to Scotland Yard, or did they arrive
I
at the
think so.
door?
Get them on the phone. No, but I mean, as far as like Western goes, that might actually be a
Yeah.
perfect launching point too, because there, let's be real, back in those days, there wasn't 9,000 kinds of weapons and
Yep.
different armors and, you know, things like that. So like things just kind of are what they are. And that probably
and who
would be a
doesn't
really
love
good,
westerns?
right?
Yeah. Well, and the
Yeah.
other thing, Forrest brought up a great point when I interviewed him at Little Wars. You know, for Gunfighter's Ball, you could do that in a very small space.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know,
2
so
by 2, I
not
think. Yeah.
well. He brought up even a better point. You could literally do your entire game basically in a saloon.
Yeah. You
I
sure
mean, how many
can.
gunfights in the movies are in the saloon?
That
And
is
that would be
true.
that would be a very short intro
Oh,
game,
you know,
right?
who had the great saloon? Was it Foreground? Hey, if you go to, you keep talking, Marty. I gotta look something. up.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're asking about the saloon, and was it Foreground or is it tabletop? No, I don't think it's tabletop
No.
combat.
But
But,
Tuffy Ears does say, "Hey, Don, long time no
Yeah.
see."
I know. What's up?
Now,
Good to be seen. Good to be
Yeah.
seen.
we're so happy you can join us, Tuffy Years. We were concerned about your safety. We thought maybe you weren't well. So
Well,
Marty
but-
was not getting enough crap this episode at all, Tuffy. So we're gonna need you to step it up.
yeah, yeah. You know, they're like, oh, you know, your brain isn't here, and I'm like, no, I love that stuff. Let's do this. I'm down.
Here is. Oh, let's go to the
Oh.
catalog.
Yeah, that does not even look remotely familiar to me. Interesting.
All right, so yeah, this is Gunfighter's Ball. That's the
Yeah.
28 mil game.
But what I was looking for,
Tuffy's been playing Zelda.
Zelda.
All right,
Buildings.
we'll mark that down as an excused tardy then.
Yes, it was gaming related, so therefore it's okay.
Okay, there's.
Speaking
they don't
of
have the store, the saloon anymore. Who made that saloon?
I thought he had one. Am
He
I
did
am I
at one point.
hallucinating?
He's got a little one. He doesn't make the big one.
I think we definitely all have the same thing in mind though, because
Because these are not these. I don't know who
The
makes
big
these.
giant
These-
corner one, right?
yep,
Is that the one?
yep.
Yeah. Is that
Did
Sarissa?
Oh, maybe it was
Maybe.
Sarissa Precision.
Maybe.
Oh, let's go there.
And Tuffy ears, it's a laptop.
so are
Thank
we,
you very
Tuffy
much.
ears. So are we. She's surprised Marty kept his PC on.
Turns out it was a good thing I was using it last night because it went through like 9 different episodes of updating for some reason. It's not like I never turned the thing on. I use it.
Well, you did already go to
almost
use your
every day.
iPad, and that was not charged. So
Oh, yeah,
there
dead
technically
AF.
was already a level of technical
Ah.
difficulty.
Yep.
There you go. That's
see,
the
there.
one.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the one that looks a little different, smaller, but that's still pretty nice looking.
That's pretty
Isn't-
cool.
Well, I was gonna say the buildings go on the either side of it though, right?
Yeah.
To make it
Yeah.
all into one.
yeah.
You said it looks too small. Control Plus.
Nerd.
But there was
Oh.
one where it had a really nice interior.
You're gonna have to stop scrolling because I'm like getting
Getting
ready
sick?
to start shopping.
Aha.
Oh, Marty's already going to be in trouble if he orders the new Zombicide.
Did you order the new Zombicide?
John joins us. Hey. Okay. Apparently stuff's starting to work, or people
Yep.
are
right?
able to figure it out. I don't know
All
what
right,
YouTube
so-
did to our comment section.
Westerns is always a good one.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I definitely would be on board. And it's funny. And honestly, now that we've talked about it, I love pirates
Here-
anyway. So obviously Blood and Plunder
Yeah.
feels like a good choice too. But Saga, like I was always intrigued with the way that game played too. So
Oh, brother Lloyd would be happy to hear that.
Vikings.
So here's another thought, and Dawn, as our resident expert on femaleness, you can go ahead and jump in on this. But a lot of the games that we're describing or talking about here
Mhm.
also have female characters that can be
Yeah.
played.
Yep.
And I think
Shield
that
Maidens in Saga, remember?
Yep.
Yeah.
what's her
I
name?
think-
Lagatha.
Lagatha, yep.
yeah, I gotta think that like if my daughters are playing a game, that they probably want to play something that kind of represents what they could be in that world.
100%.
Not just some random dude, right? So
Yeah.
I think a game that incorporates female characters and has female models would probably be a good choice if you're looking specifically to try and entice female players into the game.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. For
And-
sure.
and Marty, one of the things you're going to have to try is when you get in country all finished up, and you get the female operatives all set up. It's an easy game,
Mhm.
and female operatives with dogs.
Yeah, got a working dog. I got
Belgian Malinois Velociraptor.
yeah, it is, but
Nice.
couple of chick PMCs there in
There you
progress.
go.
I got my lady crew going.
Yeah, and it's not even, you don't even have to
Ooh.
know tactics because they have one faction is Angry Villagers.
Are you saying ladies have no tactics?
I know.
I
right?
have
Whoa.
tactics, sir.
No, I'm talking off. No,
Totally stepped
no.
in it there, brother.
Yeah, no. I was
Thanks
going
for
off.
serving that one up.
I was going off of what Don was saying
And
about.
that's the show. Thank you for coming, guys. Chris has been banned from all.
I was gonna say I don't know which one of us is getting kicked off, but I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
it's one of us.
Okay, where's the legalese? Silver Podcast does not.
Yeah.
The management and ownership of Sitrep Podcast does not condone their opinions. Their
The
opinions are
opinions
theirs
stated.
and theirs only. And they can go kiss their royal ass goodbye.
Yeah. No, I was talking
Right,
about.
Tiger?
Don was saying about having to know all the different weapon systems and everything. That's where I was trying to go.
Uh-oh.
Probably should have led with that.
Yeah,
Dude, they're piling on you now.
Yeah.
Stop.
yeah. No, and
Go
you
get
know
him.
what?
Go get him.
They should.
You-
They
You
should.
people don't have to take this from him.
Next up, Marty will be passing out pitchforks and torches.
Right?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I honestly, when you guys were showing off that game and talking about it, I mean, that sounded fun, and I was intrigued that it played so quickly. So I know I keep coming back to this game. What was the game that you had me play that had the tiny miniatures, but they were mounted on cards?
Tiny miniatures mounted
Sergeant?
on cards.
Oh,
Sergeant?
yes.
The
it
pre-painted
was.
ones?
Yes. I actually
Otherwise
liked
known
that
as
game.
Chris's Pleasure. Pre-painted
Wait.
miniatures.
Wait.
Don't have to do anything for it.
Hey, take it easy. Shots fired,
Yeah.
because I'm sort of in that camp too.
And Bill,
And-
what
and
have
we're
you
trying to
painted
keep
in the last month?
And we're trying to keep this show PG, so
All right.
Yes,
let's not talk
yeah.
about Chris' pleasure.
All right. It's on.
Yeah. Whoa.
It's on. It's on.
Yeah. No, I liked that game too. That
Yeah.
was cool.
Yeah, Sergeant's a really good game, actually. If you're into World War II games and want something you can get in easy enough. I mean, it all comes in a box. You just take the little glue tab, put it on their base, throw the miniature on, which is already pre-painted, and it's card driven,
Mhm.
and away you go.
Which appeals to Dawn. She likes her card games.
All right.
It's kind of, I don't know why that is, but yeah, that seems to
Yeah,
go
I-
along with it.
Yeah, I got my magic deck, one of them sitting right here. So, yeah. So, is there any? Yeah, well, everybody's got to take a turn sooner or later,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
Bill, tell me you have an overlay graphic.
Yeah. I was gonna say, and if he doesn't, he will by next week.
I will by next week.
It would- by the time this hits post production, be like, oh, we got to clean this up a little bit.
Oh, I will so definitely put a crossover. Most definitely. I will build one after the show.
What
is
were you
there-
asking?
Was there any genre that you like absolutely you don't think would have any interest to somebody who's non-historical?
Again, to me, if you're a gamer and you already at least like to do that, subject matter wise, I can't think of anything
Yeah.
that doesn't sound like it could be fun.
Mhm.
You just need to be able to show me that it could be,
So that's the important thing is you have to show somebody this is fun and not just we're going to set up, here's the rule book, here's your
Yeah.
sheets,
and that is not how you play that, and yeah, if you're going to get butthurt about, somebody not using something the way something's intended and like that sort of thing, I think the person trying to bring the non-historical gamer in has to make peace with the fact that it isn't going to be perfect and you need to be okay with that. And I'm not going to know every historic reference with whatever,
Yeah.
I can tell you dumb Harry Potter stuff all day long, that'll be fine, but I
Hey,
don't know
there's
all the
no such
historical stuff.
So what you're saying is when we do a show on Harry Potter, I can use my own spell?
Expecto
Petroleum.
Petroleum is not a spell. Yeah.
That's how you get gas in your car.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm like, is this some sort of weird,
I say it all the
He
time.
says it all the time. I'm like, that's not the spell. Yeah,
Hey, and Don, you also liked Dust.
I did. And again, I think because it leans into the nonsensical side of it. But you're right. I mean, to that point, there were different weapons and different machinery and things like that, So, but I guess I don't know. It felt more comfortable because it wasn't real, if that
Yeah,
makes sense.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say it's got a more fantasy feel to the game
Right.
because
Mhm.
it's weird World War II.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spells. Tough ears,
Oh,
we
God.
missed you.
Yeah.
Of course, and if you had tuned in at the beginning of the show and started commenting, we still wouldn't have made it to the main topic.
That's true. That's true.
It only took us an hour and 2 minutes to get there. So
Yeah. Well, we're on form.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so there's always some way of getting people to try historicals. I think truly what's successful in doing it is the game has to be easy entry, easy to play, easy to understand, not rules heavy, and doesn't take forever and a day.
Yep.
So, oh, John's got a big long comment here.
There we go.
Age of
Yeah.
Sail
See,
table
I
game,
mean, so
right?
we're probably in exactly the same camp there.
So
Yeah.
more of the skirmish level than the big line battles and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Hey,
And
when
it-
we did Rorke's Drift over, 2 weekends, I don't even think Dawn came downstairs.
Yeah, so here's where I am.
Hey.
Here's where I am with that one. It's not. I actually really appreciated what you guys did with that. And I know that's Bill's passion project, right? So again, those are the ones where I have a hard time wanting to be part of it because I am afraid I will show disrespect to the game in some way because it is something that means so much to you. I guess to that point, so you know how it actually ended up in history. What if you're playing the game like that and it doesn't go the way that it went in history? Does that bother you?
No.
Then I would have won, and that would have been much better.
Yeah, it would have.
It's not always about you, Marty, okay?
Yeah, well, it's a good thing because I don't win very often. Oh yeah, but because I was kind of the same way, because I just wanted to see, what can I do to, murder the British here,
Yeah.
and between the rules and what we had available to us, even though it was 4,000 dudes, they kept backing off. So, I struggled mightily to be able to do that. And we came out with, I think, a pretty close to historical result.
Right.
So,
Chris, where's your spear?
yeah, right there.
Hold on.
Uh-oh. Wait a minute.
That's the only language they understand, sir. You see, they don't like it happen, so they do not know it.
Hooky, I'll make a soldier out of you yet.
I love Dad's Army. Oh my god, that show's hilarious. Oh, hold on a minute.
But
All right, sorry. It kept on playing more Dad's Army. If you guys have not seen Dad's Army, it's a classic British show from the 70s, 60s, 70s.
60s,
It's
isn't it?
freaking hilarious.
Hey, tough ears. What did the British Army ever do to you? Well, let's go back a few hundred years.
well,
Taxation without representation. Blah,
And then
blah,
this-
blah.
and then this whole War 1812. What was that about? Come on now. you burned down our capital.
Sore losers.
No, but you know what? I'll tell you what. Could you all come back and do that again?
Yeah, be careful what you wish for.
Right? Right?
I was gonna say, at this rate, it might happen with our own.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, so yes, Rorke's Drift is definitely my passion, but okay, we're not going down the politics train.
Yeah. No.
That'll be a different show.
Yeah. John is
Get it.
setting us straight. Since we don't have Jim with us. Oh, wait. I do have this for Jim. It's a little cut.
And he was like, oh shit. He had like this
Watching
pretty
the
big
water
house,
creep up.
but it's all
Yeah.
on one floor.
I don't know why I have that bit recorded on the soundboard, but I do. Maybe it's just because it says Jim cusses oh shit. So
Well,
I need to trim it out so that's all it says is oh shit.
You also need to get his long story short.
yeah.
I do.
Well,
For sure.
and Canada was British then. Just throwing that out there.
Right?
I mean,
Anyway,
technically they were British until like 1987, weren't they?
are they still a Commonwealth-ish? I don't know. They still have some allegiance to the crown, but
Yeah, somebody smarter than me has to figure that out. Where's Chris
Yeah.
Long at? He's Canadian.
he's probably eating poutine. Right.
Nothing wrong with that.
And
Mm-mm.
printing out more Vietnam guys.
All right. We got to get Chris back on the show.
Yeah. I saw Tough Years. I don't think you were on yet. I was when we were worried that you'd gone missing. I'm like, no, she's all over the Discord because you got a whole Imperial force, yeah, on the Discord that you posted the other day.
Yep.
I don't post a lot there, but I do.
That's
stalk.
going to go so well in other realms. Let's just put that out there again. Plug.
Right.
Plug.
Oh,
All
and,
right.
and Tough Year is another answer. What did the British ever do? Y'all need to learn how to spell shit.
Oh,
Color
here we
does
go.
not have a U in it.
It's called the Queen's. Excuse me. Now it's the King's English. It's going to be so hard getting used to that.
Yeah.
I really liked the Queen. I thought she was really,
Yeah.
and regardless what happened behind private doors, she acted like a queen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
throughout the
I
time,
mean,
so.
it truly is the end of an era, I think,
Yeah.
with her passing.
So, and she volunteered for World War II. She didn't have to.
Yeah.
And so, but anyway, respect to the Queen.
Yep.
Well, what do you think about being behind the mic again?
It's good to be back.
Good to be back.
I am ready to get rolling with the other show.
Well, I'm wrong, God. And I'm just gonna leave it there because
Oh.
shots fired.
Yikes.
We said we weren't gonna go political. Let's
Yeah.
Bring it back, people. Bring it back.
So Marty, how?
Go ahead,
Right.
Chris.
Yeah,
I
how
was
about the
gonna say-
Bears?
Yeah. The
Wait. Have you seen the commercial? Have you seen the schedule video? All
I've
right,
heard about it. I haven't seen it yet.
hold on. It's coming.
while
Right?
you're looking that up, what's new about that new Marvel Zombicide?
Oh, you play the zombies. So yeah, that's what Joshy Josh was telling us the other day at the game night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's more likely to be.
All right, guys. So I know this is not game related, but it is game related.
It is game related, just a different game.
All right. So have you guys seen the TV show The Bear?
No.
Okay, it's a show about a chef from New York who works in a Michelin rated,
Oh, I've
and he
not
comes
seen
back
it, but
to
I've heard
run
of it.
his
Yeah,
brother's basically Italian beef stand, right?
Yeah.
It's based on Mr. Beef. Mr. Beef is like one of the premier Italian beef
Legendary
joints in
place.
Chicago.
It's the best one.
Yep.
It is. So here is how the Chicago Bears of 2023 decided to reveal
Mhm.
their upcoming schedule. It is freaking awesome. It made me excited to be a Bears fan again. It brings me back to the 85 Bears and the stuff they did. You ready for this? This is awesome.
I still hate you, Bill.
What can I get you? Shh. Just give me 1 second. I'm trying to get my girl ordered right now. Just got in here.
All right, we got 17 orders coming in. Fire 12 brats, extra cheese.
Yes, sir. Who puts cheese on a broad?
Fire up 2 birds.
And don't drum out this time.
My chicken don't ever be dry. Ever. Look at this. That was my cousin at one time.
Hi, can I get 2 hot dogs with ketchup?
Can I get 2 hot dogs with ketchup? No, this is Chicago. Next.
Nailed it.
Hey, Chief, somebody left these cheeseburgers, man. Can I eat them?
The chef, not chief, chef. And no, you can't eat the burgers.
Hey, pick up the pace.
Corner.
Chef, late again.
It's that traffic.
I told you to stay off 90 with that construction.
That looks so good.
Peanut punch. Chef, that's not it.
I need these to be the perfect golden brown.
A simple no would have sufficed.
Where y'all think y'all going? No. No Vikings fans allowed. Step back. You two, if you with her. Hey, if you with the Vikings, get to hiking. I got you, big dog.
Hey, chef, how we doing on them beignets?
We good.
How does that
What's up? Oh, come on, spice cheese. Yeah. Good job, man. We out of here. We out of here, baby. You got to get an Emmy, dog.
Let's go.
Nice. That's awesome.
Wasn't that cool?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
Poor Tuffy here. She's like,
okay,
what is
so-
going on right
all
now?
right,
Yeah.
So let me explain to our fine friends over in Europe and elsewhere non-US.
I was going to
The
say,
Chicago
actually,
Bears is our football team. Now, football to us is where they take a oblong brown leather ball or pigskin, and
Like
we
a
run
rugby
it through to
ball,
end
except
zones. We tackle people, we hit them, we throw the ball. Not kick a little black and white ball down the grass field and you go la, 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 la. And then as somebody gets halfway close to your leg, you don't flop on the ground screaming bloody murder, going, "Oh, I'm hungry, I'm dying." Oh, you know. So that's our American football, and the Chicago Bears are our team. All three of us right
That's
here.
not true because if you're Jay Cutler, you do that a little bit.
Oh yeah,
but
well, biggest Jay Cutler fan ever, right here.
not at all.
But anyways,
that-
so
that was due to
this-
the concussions.
Yeah. So what they did is they did a play on the TV show called The Bear, which is like I explained. It's where the premise is this Michelin-rated chef comes back to Chicago to take over his brother's restaurant, who he committed suicide, and so that's the premise, and that's how you see that. It's literally almost just direct play on that show. And the people you saw were current and former football players. The one that was like the head chef, that's Charles Peanut Tillman. He was one of the best. He's not a safety. What was he?
Cornerback
In the game. He had a signature skill called the peanut punch, where he would pop that football out of people's hands or arms and cause fumbles and things like that. And then so the guy that was at the door that told the Viking fans to go away, there was his annoying in the show. There's this annoying cousin that hangs out at the shop all the time doing things like that to people, especially when they order ketchup on a hot dog, which is a mortal sin, by the way.
And illegal within the city of Chicago limits.
Well, so about women playing historical games.
Yeah, somebody.
I
puts-
like ketchup on my hot dog. I also don't really like Chicago style hot dogs. I don't like all that. I don't like all that garden on my dog. I know.
Man.
I know. Yeah.
We're gonna miss you,
Yeah,
Don.
put it in my pocket.
I know. Yeah. So people, other realms, come on over if you like ketchup on your hot dog, because I
I'll send
got you.
I'll send Donna over.
Cool.
Oh, so anyways, it was a very creative way to put out the season schedule for
Yeah, it was
the
fun.
upcoming, and it was a lot of fun. And
Yeah.
for us who remember the '85 Bears, that was the year they went to the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl
and
shuffle,
won.
baby.
You had the Super Bowl shuffle. You had the
Shuffling crew.
posters.
Yeah,
it
it
was
was a
just a
magic
fun year for football.
Yep.
That was their best. They almost did an undefeated season. Damn.
Yep, one loss.
They should not have done the Super Bowl shuffle before they played Miami. That was why they
They
didn't.
were kicking back and thinking it was going to be easy.
Yeah, so
It should have been, but
Miami had something to prove that they can't take away from their undefeated season. So
yeah.
anyway, so I know it's off miniature wargaming, but it was a lot of fun for us fans to see it. I'll be honest with you, the last few years, I have not really been a big fan of football because of other background issues, but hopefully we'll see some fun this year. I mean, if that's the kind of attitude they're allowing the people to do with the new coach and the new general manager and everything, hopefully we'll have a fun year. But and women like football.
It's true.
So
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My wife loves football. She will be, screaming at the TV.
And this is kind of rude from.
That's, yeah, they do.
I
mean, John says it too. Come on, guys.
I mean, they're
I
kind
don't
of
know.
not wrong.
I've seen people hit harder in football. Well, because you have helmets and stuff. You know, I don't know, but I do like Australian rules football. I do like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so guys, I think
and categorically from the whole team, we are not picking on rugby.
No.
Mm-mm.
No, my niece actually played rugby.
Not gonna
Do
lie.
you know our high
they don't
school has a
understand the
rugby
rules.
team now?
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Rugby?
Wabansie has a rugby team.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
The school got cool after we
Have
left.
something coming up behind you, Marty? What?
No, I live right by the school. I'm like, I don't see no rugbies over there. I've never seen a game over there of rugby.
We were at somebody's house, and their niece or daughter plays on the Wabansie Rugby Club.
I've seen the lacrosse guys.
Yeah,
but I've not seen rugby. Huh?
Yeah,
I wonder if they don't play there if it's a club thing.
I don't know. Maybe it's one like a intramural club, but yeah.
Because it may be like their hockey, like the hockey team is combined. It's like a district hockey team. It's not just that school.
Okay,
so
but
maybe
still,
something like that.
they now have a hockey team. When we were there, it was baseball, football, basketball, track, and softball.
And
that was
wrestling.
it. And swimming and wrestling.
Yeah.
We had a hellacious swimming team. So,
Yep.
well, when you have an Olympic-sized swimming pool in your high school, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Yep.
I'm behind Marty.
I'm looking for that crosshair on my back.
All right, guys. Any final thoughts, anyone? So,
I
Dawn,
don't
you
even
ready
add-
for the other realms?
I am. Let's go.
All right.
I don't
So-
think I had initial thoughts, so.
So, guys, we'll be doing a podcast exclusively in the other realms, where we just go off the rails. I mean, the nice thing about that, John,
this is structured here.
It's true.
Yeah.
but
got
the
rules
thing,
and stuff.
but at least there is no structure.
Yep.
It's just
All
as our-
nonsense all the time.
as our as my brother from another mother, Warren, would say, we're going to wax lyrical.
Yep.
About all things. So
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it'll be fun times.
And actually, I don't know. Did you see? Sorry, we're just rambling at this point. If you guys want to stay, we're going to ramble for a little bit.
It's the post ramble, if you will.
So, did you see the post on Beast of War a few weeks back that they were asking us to come back?
I did.
Yeah,
I
Wait, what?
did. Yep.
yeah.
We have a couple fans in the chat that said, I miss them. How about we bring them back? And then other people hopped on and they were like, ding, ding, ding. Hey, Warren, are you seeing this? So yeah.
Well, now.
Yeah.
Well, now.
Well, now. I mean, we represented here in the US of A. So, funny story, another funny story or coincidence.
Not as funny as Pixie Pink,
No,
but
not as funny as Pixie Pink. Oh, Tuffy
you missed
ears,
that,
missed
Tuffy
that.
ears.
Make sure you read the label when you buy primer, because I thought, by the white cap, it was white primer. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Pixie Pink. So my Huey helicopter will be primed in Pixie Pink. Our Malifaux guys will be primed in
Pixie Pink.
Our Lord of the Rings guys are going to be primed in
Pixie Pink.
Hey, got to work with what you got, right?
Yep.
Right? It'll be
Yep.
interesting to see how colors lay down on
Yeah.
top of.
Pixie
Your,
Pink.
your yellows, oranges,
There's
and
my
reds
hotkey
will
for
have
you.
never looked better.
Oh my God. Oh, anyway, funny fact. Before Dawn and I started working with Beast of War, do you know who their roving reporter was for conventions here in the
Yeah.
US? Anyone? We'll see how far back your knowledge
Ooh,
goes.
pick me.
Dawn,
Alan Emmett.
who is also known as no, not
Oh.
Alan Emmett, the other Alan, Uncle.
Oh, Uncle Adam.
Uncle
yeah.
Adam.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
He
Adam
was-
Loper.
Yep.
Oh no, she didn't.
Oh,
She did.
That's funny.
And that's why we have to have you on the
Yes.
show.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
So
yeah.
when
Go
is the estimated time frame on this new podcast starting?
Well, we were shooting for June 1st-ish, but somebody's moving.
And what's that have to do with you?
Nothing, but
I mean,
you just won't be available. I don't know. We'll have to look in. The original plan is, so people in the background know what's going on, is that the thought was we would do Soul.
I mean,
And yeah.
You're-
and-
once again, not wrong.
but
John's
plan
killing it
was-
today.
yeah, the plan was we would record the historical podcast and then transition, do a break, obviously, and bring in the non-historical crew and do the
With a transition.
oh my god. Anyway, and and then do the other podcast. But if we do that, one's going to be recorded and one's going to be live-ish, because I don't expect anybody to sit through 3+ hours of us being idiots.
Except us.
Except us.
I mean, the idiot level could be very entertaining. I'm not.
So
yeah.
one will be recorded, one will be live like we're doing now. And so there'll be one Saturday which will be historical. The other Saturday will be other realms.
Yep.
Is the thought. Oh, Chris has got a thought. I can see this one.
Now I've got a question.
Go
What
for
is
it.
going to be in the new podcast? You have to establish what the drinking game is.
Oh.
No.
Well, you know.
Yeah.
And that.
Well, I think maybe we need to get a couple episodes under our belt.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
see where it takes us.
See what the phrase that pays is that shakes out.
Yeah.
These things have to flow. It's like the Marty incident. You can't plan for it.
You can't plan that.
Flow, fall, whatever.
Technically, I did not fall. Didn't hit the ground.
That's true.
So
Squirrels got balance.
I told Bill that platform was going to kill one of us. Should have known it was going to be me.
You know, that seems to be a common theme with me.
I
You
think
know,
that's my
brother
highest
sent
rated
me-
Yeah,
video.
you tried
by
to
the
kill
way.
your brother.
Yeah, my brother sent me a message a while back. Said, "How's things going? You know, all good." And we start talking. He goes, "Well, at least Dad's not trying to kill you anymore after trying to kill me." Because every time we remember, were you with us, Chris, when we did the rock climbing? When he tried to, we were free climbing. And
I've got pictures.
Yeah, and he kind of went over too far, so he lost his grip. He became a pendulum, and he went this way. And so what happens? Physics, with every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So he went back this way and slammed right into the wall, knocked his ass out. I literally walked up the wall, or ran up the wall without rope, without grabbing. I literally ran up the wall because I thought I killed my brother.
Yeah.
And all I can think of is, one is I killed him. Two, my dad's going to kill me. That's all I really thought about.
Yeah, that's why you ran up the wall. You were scared because your dad's going to kill you.
Yeah.
And
But-
then you tried to kill Chris
I never tried to kill Chris.
in the electric incident.
No, Chris's fault about electricity.
How's it my fault?
Can we talk about the Wabansi College statue incident?
Oh, no. This is different.
Did you not get
Oh, no, no.
electrocuted there?
Hey, it didn't bother me. But you kept telling me, oh, no, the electricity's off.
That's me again. Yeah. That's me getting zapped again. Thanks. Yeah. Now I'm re-traumatized. 35 years later, still traumatized.
I don't know if I know that story.
Bill wanted new lights up in the bar.
No, that story.
No,
the
whatever
statue story.
Wabansi statue story.
Oh,
Chris is a dick. That's the story.
That's the Cliff Notes version.
yeah.
Yeah. And there was electricity involved.
Yeah.
And me being the victim of it.
Yeah. When you have 8 extension cords to get you electricity at the back end of a parking lot,
Yeah.
it's no longer grounded. The
True.
statue was.
Yeah, because it was
And,
on the ground.
Yeah. And Marty was standing on a 5-gallon bucket, and you should see him twitch when you touch the statue.
God.
Can you touch him?
There was there was a steel cable that they used to haul this. It was an art piece that was made out of iron girders, and we were grinding off the
Wax
weld
marks.
mark. So I've got this 9-inch angle grinder over my head while I'm standing on a 5-gallon bucket. There's a steel cable that they use to haul it over there with a crane, right? So the cable is energized because nothing's fucking grounded. Chris grabs it and then just keeps smacking me. And every time he smacks me, I'm like, yeah!
He's almost a farfa.
Man!
Yeah, we're lucky. And then what was it? We had that
So
cherry
big crap.
picker. We were
Yeah.
rappelling off the cherry picker. Just
Yeah, it went up like 45 feet. It was awesome.
yeah,
Kind of surprised we didn't dump that thing over.
right.
Oh my God, you guys
Yeah, good
crack
times.
me up.
Good times, yeah. Totally not scarred from any of that.
Clearly.
No.
Yeah.
So there's no health and safety over here, Tuffy says.
Oh
No.
no.
Sadly, for every time we comment, gosh, they are so safety conscious over there. Like we are the
Well,
epitome of the reason why
We were
that
at
is.
Salute. The first year we were at Salute, we're walking around the Excel Center when they're getting stuff, they're bringing stuff
Getting
in.
yelled at
And
constantly.
we got yelled at because we weren't wearing
no
high
high
vests.
vis. Yep.
And Dawn and I are looking at each other going, seriously?
They're like, we're not operating heavy machinery or anything like
oh,
that.
no, you got to wear high vis.
Yeah.
So ever since, we've always made fun of
It's not
health
it's
and
not a
safety.
thing over here in America, and it
Not like that,
shows, unfortunately.
But it
which
is.
leads right into John's comment, and he's not wrong. Wondering why men have a shorter life expectancy.
Accurate, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Wait
All
till you
right.
start hanging out with the real rednecks.
Right.
Whew. Okay. Well, I
Best-
think
Best commercial. Remember the old Pepsi commercial where the guys are working on a building, and the guy's got a electrical cable in his mouth. You good? No. Okay. And he gets.
I don't
shot.
remember that
Don't
one.
remember.
Oh, it's hysterical. And his hair is smoking, his face is charred, and he pops up. Oh, I'm good. I'm good.
nope,
Don't remember that
All
one
right.
at all.
All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and close out the show. We're almost at the 2-hour mark. Oh, screw it. Let's just go for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Let's break the record.
I was gonna say, we're only 12 minutes away. We're almost
Right?
there.
Okay.
Another great commercial, going back to the Chicago stuff, is look up the Wiener Circle.
Oh, yes.
Post,
Yes.
Okay, so for any
Post-pandemic.
out-of-towners, if you want a true Chicago hot dog experience, I'm pulling it up.
I mean, you're not wrong. It's one of the good ones.
yeah.
Although Super Dogs just celebrated what 5 years, something like that.
Yeah, 75 years.
Marty had numerous shepherds that wouldn't help us.
I was gonna say, technically, my last name is Shepherd in German.
Okay, you ready?
So apparently, that's not gonna help.
We're all longing for a sense of normalcy. Yet we don't know what the new normal will look like. More than ever, the distance between us has grown, and we're yearning for the contact we once had. We just want someone to
Tiger,
tell
I'm not
us
typing wiener into
everything will be
Google.
okay, and to hear
Do it at your own risk.
Sit around Richie Cunningham, big titty, baby dick, bloated strawberry bitch. I hope you're not coming here just
Which is why the Wiener Circle is here, giving us the human interaction we need with FaceTime ordering
And by the way, your fucking titties bigger than
and curbside pickup.
Here's your cheese fries, you SUV driving yuppie bitch ass pussy. Hey, thanks, slut. Eat my butthole.
So FaceTime 773 bitches to order your favorite dogs and fries with a side of abuse. Or order through Talk, Grubhub, or Uber Eats for some curbside abuse.
Hope you died in a fucking car crash.
Or just do regular delivery. All sales support Chicago Community COVID-19 Fund. Chocolate milkshakes not available curbside since that would be indecent exposure.
Fuck you, Corona. You sound like the name of a sneaky ass bitch.
I apologize to anybody right now, but that is truly.
the Wiener Circle is pretty
Oh
much
my
your
God. It is truly how that place is. If you,
Yeah.
I took somebody there
Welcome to Chicago.
years ago. It was way before Dawn. I took a date there. We were downtown, and I said, want to get a hot dog or something? And they're like, yeah. And to be honest with you, I really wasn't having a great time. So I figured this would either go one of two ways.
It's going to seal the deal one way or another.
It actually went the way I thought it would, and that was the last time I ever heard from said person. But we walked in, and she went up, and I said, make sure you order ketchup.
Oh, come on.
Because I knew she liked ketchup on her hot dog. So make sure you ask for extra ketchup, because, sometimes they skimp on the ketchup. Oh, okay.
They skimp on the ketchup every time, to be exact.
Yeah.
Because there isn't any there.
This said person went up to the counter and placed their order, and I just sat back and I started laughing.
And she got destroyed.
Literally. They told her to get the fuck out of the place, because how dare you order ketchup? So she looked at me. I'm laughing. I'm crying. And I didn't have to pay for a ride home. So I just went to my grandma's house down the way. So, yeah.
Nice.
That was in my dark years. But anyway.
Oh,
sorry, guys. Let's
and tough years, to answer your question. Yes. So German Shepherd. So if you say German Shepherd dog in German, it's Deutsch Schäferhund. My last name is Schaefer.
Right.
So yeah. That you're 100% correct.
And your middle name is German too?
Is awesome. Artie Awesome Schaefer.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Well, pollen's a little crazy up here.
Anyway,
thank
all
you.
right.
Thank
Let's
you,
talk
Tuffy.
about some gaming. So let's try and get back into the realm of
we're gonna do that.
oddities.
Fine.
So, Lord of the Rings, Magic the card game. Did you see they're now doing a Doctor Who edition of Magic the Gathering?
I heard. I'm not the Magic card player type of guy, so I don't follow that real closely.
I
but,
need to fix that. Yeah,
It does pop up in my social media because I have so much gaming stuff in there.
Yeah.
Look, but Lord of the Rings will be the one that brings them in.
Yep.
Maybe. I don't know.
It's a fun game.
It would be if you were not playing Joey.
That's true.
Oh, that boy.
That is true.
He
To be
fully
fair,
embraced
you weren't set up like for total success either, because we didn't have your deck right playing against him either. So
I could have been set up for
You
success.
were beat by a 10-year-old kid.
yeah, but
Oh.
Joey's good. Like we got to give the kid that. For as Leroy Jenkins as he is in other types of games, like he has wrapped his head around Magic.
Hero
and
Quest, wasn't he great in Hero Quest?
Oh Jesus, no! It had such potential to be such a fun game, but he went full on Leroy Jenkins and took us into a room we had no business going into, and we died a horrific, very expedient death.
Well, that'll happen.
Toughier says, I heard that Magic the Gathering are doing a Magic the Gathering decks next year.
This is brand new information, Tuffy. Thank you for telling us.
No doubt.
Yep, that is true. You know what?
yeah,
I am more
100% John.
disappointed that I did not know was a thing. They had a Walking Dead component in it. Yes, and the headline characters from it are legendary creatures that you can use as commanders, and they're pretty awesome.
See, okay.
Those are all
disclosure,
words.
I like The Walking Dead in the first couple
Marty.
seasons. I think Walking Dead has gone past its prime. It's a stupid show now. I mean, I think it's off the air now. But the zombie theme is, no pun intended,
Dead.
Let's say
it's
played
been
out.
overused, overplayed, and people keep producing zombie shit.
I like zombies. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, zombies have been played.
I don't want all zombies all the time, but I like that they're there. And
That's
I can
an
dip into it.
AM channel. I think that's AM 820.
It's just all you hear is brains.
Zombies all the time.
Brains.
That brains is probably why
And the FM channel just plays Rob Zombie and White Zombie.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
So, all right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and close out the show on that disappointing note.
Well, 6 more minutes.
Disappointment. Yeah.
I mean, come on now. I thought that was a good one.
You guys have not seen Jeremy Clarkson's the farming show he does. Excellent show. Season
It's
2
really good.
was really good. Really good. I really enjoy him. He's funny as hell. That's all you and Walmart, to be honest. What?
Wait, what?
Who knows?
I mean,
That's all you hear.
that's all you hear in Walmart.
Oh.
Brains. Yeah.
Yeah, people at Walmart. That's fairly accurate. It checks out.
All right, can we make it to the 2-hour mark?
We
We've
can.
got 5 minutes. 4.3
We
minutes.
can. Because one good thing the British have, well, British have a lot of good things.
Sticky toffee pudding.
Okay. Also, there was a
Beer.
video clip.
Fish and chips.
Fish and
the
chips.
Mushy peas.
IT
I love
show.
mushy peas.
Ew. I'm not a fan.
I'm sorry, Chris. What are you saying?
The IT show. Had a
what show?
great.
It? Isn't that
The,
Stephen
the
King?
IT show. No.
The
You
what?
both know the clip that I sent you both about
It's
browser.
it's like The Office, except it's IT. Where the
yeah.
chick had 1,000 viruses on her
Gotcha.
computer.
I need a
don't
browser.
know. When I think of England, I don't think of the IT show. I think it's sticky toffee pudding, beer, fish and chips, Tower of London.
Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I haven't had the opportunity.
Actually, I
to
think
go
of
there
our
yet.
friends over there more than anything.
I want to go. I just haven't been there yet.
Yes, John Sowerby, the IT crowd. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know the clip that we're talking about where she's got all the
She needs
viruses on a
a
computer?
browser installed.
And you know, when I think about programming,
No, that takes me to the internet.
on
Yeah.
British television,
The-
it's our cop shows. Come on, Don, say it.
It's doing a runner.
Every time we're watching one of the cop shows and one of the guys takes off, I just look at her and she does.
He's doing a runner.
Love British cop shows. I'm going to talk to you in very strong words. I don't put my hands on you. But yeah. And then Dad's Army and Benny Hill. I watched Benny Hill with my grandma, of all people.
Yep.
My
Yep.
grandma
Benny-
loved Benny Hill. She had no idea what it was about. She just thought he was a funny guy. And you're sitting there, and I'm, teenager, and I'm looking at my grandma going, do you really understand what he's doing right now? And she's just over there smiling and doing her thing. So, yeah. Good times.
Yeah, good times.
All right.
Too funny.
Final thoughts. We're actually at the point where we can start closing out the show.
Oh, I can't do that. I'll be next thing you know, I'll be one of those nerds painting Lord of the Rings miniatures. That clip was awesome.
All right.
And then he walks by and there's a dude painting this guy.
So yeah, sad news from Luke from Geek Gaming. Just to reiterate that.
Yeah. Our headline.
And then
news
you
item.
got Zorba down there taking over New Zealand now. So
That's
building
right.
Stuff. So
Yeah, making Lord of the Rings at Lord of the Rings.
Yep. It's pretty cool.
very interesting time. So final thoughts, Donnie?
Getting ready. I'm glad to be back on the show. It was good to hang with you guys today. Can't wait
Yeah.
to get going with the other realms.
Yes, definitely.
You bring a whole nother level of class to the show.
Aw, thank you.
Yeah, now it'll have class.
Yeah.
Always some time when you have no class.
Have no class.
Yeah. I'll buy that for $1. All right. We're going to go ahead and close out the show. I want to thank Dawn for joining us on, I don't even know if we spent 10 minutes on the actual topic of the show today.
We did.
Did
We did. I think so.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, if you clip it all together, it might only be 3, but it took a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, thanks, Tuffy. Good to be here.
Yeah. So,
Tougher Years is happy to see Dom, but not Marty.
Oh, she sees me. It's
all right, guys. So we're going to go ahead and close out the show here. And we want to thank Dawn, Chris, Marty, Hey, you know what? You guys should do the Brady Bunch thing. You know, Chris, look down. Marty, look up. Don, look down. Now we have the Brady Bunch thing. Awesome.
All right. And now you got to screenshot that and use it in something later.
Right? All right. We'll see you later, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Go paint your stuff.
2 minutes. Woo!
Big Duke 6 Eagle thrust. Put on side war op. Sing it loud. Into the Romeo Foxtrot. Shall we dance?
You are listening to the Sitrep Podcast, your source for everything related to historical wargaming. Whether you are looking for the latest wargaming news, reviews, painting tutorials, or playthroughs, you will hear about it right here. So grab your favorite beverage or brush and let's hit it.